Chef is the latest star-studded comedy about a chef who loses his restaurant job and starts up a food truck, all while trying to piece back together his estranged family.
Sounds like a good one, doesn't it? Comedian John Leguizamo is one of very funny and talented actors that you will see in this unique and very funny film. He stars alongside Scarlett Johansson, Dustin Hoffman, also Robert Downey Jr., just to name a few. We are so happy to welcome John to the show. John, good morning.
Good morning. You sound like you were name-dropping the movies at the name
Just
dropping.
a little bit. I mean, check out the stellar cast. How could you not?
Yeah. I mean, they were so funny. I was having such a good time on this flick. Didn't even feel like I was working.
Well, tell us a little bit about this movie, because I do think the storyline, I mean, there's been stories done about food and stuff, but this seems like a really unique,
different.
the storyline. How do you describe it?
Well, you know, it works on two levels. I mean, it's kind of based a little bit on Roy Choi, this phenomena chef in L.A. who started with a food truck himself and built this huge career, and then it collapsed on him, and then he rebuilt it again with a food truck. And also, John wanted to, Favreau, the director, writer, star, great buddy, he wanted to sort of spoof Hollywood. The whole food industry is a sort of a parallel for the movie industry, for him, his point of view of it.
And speaking of something different, John, I mean, you really seem to just continue to impress audiences with your versatility and maintain a creative vision that I think is pretty hard for a lot of actors to do. How have you managed to do that?
You know, it's interesting. I've always done the thing I shouldn't have done, or you know, I just try to be an artist, you know. I mean, that's kind of what I do. I try to pick things that are going to excite me, things that are going to make me expand my craft, as opposed to, you know, what's the next thing that's going to make me, you know, get me more cash or get me a bigger name or whatever. You know, I just try to pick things that excite me.
Yeah. Well, you know what I thought was so funny about this as well is the social media aspect of this, because that's kind of how this movie kind of takes off and kind of takes a turn to the... What are your thoughts on social media these days? It can really get people in a lot of trouble, or do some good things. You know, some good things.
This is my social media. Right there. That's my take.
I'm following you on Twitter, by the way.
Oh, awesome. I love Twitter. Twitter's my favorite. I feel like Twitter is really a powerful social media. I mean, you had the Arab Spring, start with that. You can do flash mobs. You can be political. You can be intellectual. You can be silly. I mean, I find Twitter like really flexible and powerful.
Have you gotten in trouble
I think
with
for my
Twitter
age
yet?
group and for what I do, it's the most exciting. I like Instagram too and stuff like that. That's more for my kids. Yeah. They love that other stuff.
Have you gotten yourself in trouble yet, John? Have you gotten
for some reason I could see that.
You know, I almost did a Brett Favre once. I'm glad I didn't. And I was on tour with my wife, and thank God that nothing, you know.
Oh, okay. Not that you want to hash into again. We'll talk about this cast again and
No, I definitely don't want. I'm sorry. Yeah, you go there. I go there.
We'll talk about this cast again and kind of tell. I mean, it looks like you guys had a lot of fun off camera as well. Was it? I mean, give us a little inside scoop on kind of what went on behind the scenes.
Oh my God, me and John did a De Niro. I gained 20 pounds. He gained a little bit more than that. Well, he's the lead, so he had to. He gained like 60, 80 pounds, and we were eating in the best places. I mean, Emerald opened up the kitchen for us, and you know, they taught us how to cook, but they would feed us all this amazing food in New Orleans and Florida. We went to get the best Cuban food, and then in Austin, the best barbecue, and they would treat us like we were fam.
So I would say probably don't show up hungry when you go out to see this movie, right?
No, this is food porn and music porn too. I mean, the music is so beautifully mixed into the movie and sort of the statement of the movie that you walk out of there starving and wanting to go to a club.
I love it. Well, John, what's next for you? This obviously this movie is what you're concentrating on now, but what's next?
Well, just my HBO special, Ghetto Clown, is available on HBO Go. And hopefully I'll get some Emmy nominations. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
All right.
I love it. You're so down to earth just talking to you, and you're so busy. Can you share some of that energy with me? I need some.
I went to Peru this Christmas, and I got spirituality and positivity, and I don't know, it's all going good, man. Just got to think of everything was going to work out, you know?
Yeah, it's contagious when you talk about it. So thank you so much for joining us.
All right, and where can we find you on social media? Tell us again one more time. Show us off your shirt. John, thank you so much. Such a pleasure.
It was great having you on the show.
Thank you. Pleasure.
And of course, you can find more about the chef on our website, foxrewardingblend.com. And you were right all along. Your dog is one of a kind.
Up next, we find out some unique things about your furry friend. But first, let's hear Fox forecast and news headlines.